The phone buzzed on the nightstand like a hornet trapped in glass, its vibration cutting through the stale air of my apartment. I snatched it up, heart pounding, expecting her voice. Soft, teasing, the way it always was after a long day. Instead, the screen lit up with a text. "We need to talk. Now." My stomach twisted, a cold knot forming as I typed back. "Come over." Her reply was instant. "Already outside." I opened the door, and there she was, Elena, her dark hair tousled by the autumn wind, eyes averted under the porch light's harsh glow. She stepped inside without a hug, without even brushing my arm. The scent of her perfume, jasmine and something sharper like regret, hit me like a slap. We sat on the couch, the same one where we'd binge-watched movies just last weekend. Her head on my shoulder, laughing at stupid jokes. Now she perched on the edge, hands clasped in her lap. "Mark," she started, her voice steady but laced with that rehearsed pity I'd heard in movies but never imagined directed at me. "This isn't working. I think we should end it." The words landed like a gut punch, sucking the air from my lungs. My vision blurred at the edges, the room's shadows deepening as if the walls were closing in. "What? Why?" I managed, my throat dry, tasting bile. She sighed, glancing at her nails. Perfectly manicured, a detail that infuriated me for no reason. "I've been feeling distant. And there's someone else. We've been talking, and it just feels right." Someone else. The phrase echoed in my skull, a hammer blow. Fury surged, hot and blinding, but I swallowed it, forcing a nod. Humiliation burned in my chest, imagining her with him. Laughing, touching, sharing secrets she'd once whispered to me in the dark. "Who?" I asked, my voice cracking despite my effort to stay calm. She hesitated, then met my eyes. "It's Alex. From work. You met him at the office party." Alex. That smug bastard with the gelled hair and the fake smile, always lingering too long near her desk. I dismissed it as paranoia, but now it clicked. The late nights, the sudden girls' trips, the way her phone lit up with messages she hid. Heartbreak clawed at me, raw and unrelenting, tears pricking my eyes. But I wouldn't beg. "Not here, not now." "Okay," I said, forcing a smile that felt like glass shards in my mouth. "We'll always be friends though, right?" She brightened, relieved, as if I'd handed her an easy out. "Absolutely. You're such a good guy, Mark. I mean that." She left soon after, her footsteps echoing down the hallway like a final nail in the coffin. I slammed the door, the sound reverberating through the empty space. Alone, the anger erupted. I punched the wall, knuckles splitting open, blood smearing the paint. Pain flared, but it was nothing compared to the humiliation twisting inside me, like I'd been stripped bare, exposed as the fool who'd trusted her. How long had she been playing me? Weeks. Months. The thought fueled a resentment that simmered, turning to obsession as I paced the room, replaying every moment. That night sleep evaded me. I lay in bed, staring at the ceiling fan's lazy spin, its hum mocking my turmoil. Denial crept in first. Maybe she'd change her mind, realize what she'd lost. But fantasies of justice soon followed, imagining her face crumpling when she saw me thrive without her, or better, when she learned I'd moved on with someone hotter, smarter. Doubt nagged. Was I overreacting? People break up all the time. But no, this wasn't just a breakup. It was betrayal, a knife twisted with that casual friends line, as if our 2 years meant nothing more than a polite acquaintance. By morning, the resentment had hardened into cold resolve. I brewed coffee, the bitter steam filling the kitchen, mirroring my mood. Guilt flickered, revenge wasn't me. I was the nice guy, the one who fixed things, not broke them. But as I scrolled through our old photos on my phone, her smile, our trips, the life we'd built, the obsession won. I'd play the friend, bide my time, and strike when it hurt most. Moral conflict churned. Was this justice or pettiness? I pushed it down, focusing on the plan forming like storm clouds. Weeks passed in a haze of feigned normalcy. I texted her casually. "Hey, how's it going?" Her replies were enthusiastic, laced with emojis, as if we were old pals. Great. Alex and I went hiking, so fun. Each message stoked the fire, my responses measured, hiding the rage bubbling beneath. I met her for coffee once, at a bustling cafe downtown, the clatter of cups and murmur of voices providing cover for my scrutiny. She looked radiant, her laughter genuine as she gushed about her new life. "I'm so happy you're okay with this," she said, touching my hand briefly. The contact sent a jolt, part longing, part revulsion. "Absolutely," I replied, smiling through gritted teeth, my mind racing with schemes. Internally, the turmoil deepened. Obsession gripped me during quiet moments. At work, staring at my computer screen, or alone in my car, traffic lights blurring through rain-streaked windows. I'd fantasize about exposing her secrets. The time she cheated on her ex before me. The lies she'd told about her family. Doubt resurfaced. What if revenge backfired, made me the villain? Fear whispered too. Losing mutual friends, tarnishing my reputation. But the humiliation replayed like a loop. Her pitying eyes, Alex's imagined smirk. I needed to even the score to reclaim control. Subtle hints of vengeance emerged slowly. I started by accidentally liking old posts of hers on social media, reminding her of our past. Then I suggested a group hangout, including Alex, to observe them up close. The bar was dimly lit, neon signs buzzing overhead, the air thick with smoke and laughter. Alex shook my hand firmly, his grip a challenge. "Mark, right? Elena's told me so much about you." His tone dripped condescension, fueling my resentment. I nodded, chatting amiably, but inside plans crystallized. Learn his weaknesses, exploit them. Elena confided in me during those friendly chats, oblivious to my manipulation. "Alex is great, but he's so jealous sometimes," she admitted over lunch, the sun filtering through cafe windows, casting long shadows on the table. Her words were gold ammunition. I probed gently, revealing nothing of my inner storm. Tension built in these moments, my heart racing as I suppressed rage, every smile a mask. One evening, alone in my apartment, the rain pattering against the windows like accusatory fingers, guilt hit hard. Was I becoming the monster? The thought halted me, staring at my reflection in the mirror. Hollow eyes, clenched jaw. Moral conflict raged. Revenge might soothe the pain, but at what cost? Yet, as I recalled her betrayal, the cold resolve returned. I'd proceed carefully, strategically, letting the suspense simmer. The turning point came at a mutual friend's party. The house pulsed with music, bodies swaying under string lights in the backyard, the scent of barbecue mingling with beer. Elena and Alex arrived hand in hand, her dress hugging curves I'd once traced. Jealousy spiked, but I played it cool, engaging Alex in conversation. "So, what do you do exactly?" I asked, sipping my drink, the ice clinking like warning bells. He boasted about his tech startup, dropping names, his arrogance palpable. I filed it away. Vulnerabilities in his ego, his business. As the night wore on, Elena pulled me aside, her breath warm against my ear amid the chaos. "Thanks for being so mature about this. It means a lot." Her words twisted the knife, but I hugged her, whispering, "Always friends." Inside, obsession peaked. I'd destroy what she valued most, her new happiness, her reputation. Planning intensified in the days that followed. Quiet calculations in the dead of night. The city's hum outside my window a soundtrack to my schemes. Suspense mounted with each passing week. I helped her by offering advice on Alex, subtly planting seeds of doubt. "He seems intense, make sure he's not hiding anything," I said casually during a phone call, her voice hesitant on the other end. Hidden motives lurked. I'd researched Alex online, discovering his shady past, embezzlement rumors from a previous job, buried but verifiable. Fear gripped me. What if she found out I was digging? But the pursuit drove me, resentment overriding caution. By the end of part 1, the tension was palpable, like a bowstring drawn taut. I'd set the stage, my actions subtle yet insidious, building toward the inevitable clash. Elena remained blissfully unaware, her life unfolding brightly while mine darkened with purpose. The moral grayness weighed on me. Justified retribution or obsessive downfall? Only time would tell. The plan coalesced in fragments, pieced together during sleepless nights where the glow of my laptop screen illuminated my face like a ghost. I'd started small, anonymous tips to Alex's investors about those old embezzlement whispers. Nothing traceable, just enough to stir paranoia. Resentment fueled every keystroke. The click of the mouse a small victory against the humiliation still festering like an open wound. Guilt nipped at the edges, but I rationalized it. She betrayed me first, turned our love into a punchline with that friend's facade. Elena called me more often now, her voice laced with subtle unease. Alex has been stressed, work stuff, she confided during a walk in the park, leaves crunching underfoot, the crisp air carrying hints of winter. The trees loomed skeletal, mirroring my hollow resolve. I nodded sympathetically, suppressing a surge of cold satisfaction. That sucks. Anything I can do. My offer was genuine on the surface, but beneath, manipulation thrived. She leaned on me, sharing details. His late nights, arguments over money. Each revelation was a brick in my wall of vengeance, building suspense as I waited for the cracks to show. Internally, the conflict raged. Obsession had morphed into a double-edged blade, empowering yet isolating. At work, I'd zone out during meetings, the fluorescent lights buzzing overhead, my mind replaying fantasies of her regret. Doubt crept in during quiet moments. Was this poetic justice or self-destruction? Fear of consequences loomed. What if Alex traced it back? Moral ambiguity blurred lines. I wasn't the hero, but neither was she, with her effortless shift from lover to friend. Tension escalated when Alex confronted me directly. We met at a neutral coffee shop, the espresso machine hissing like a serpent, steam clouding the windows. He slid into the booth opposite me, eyes narrowed, tie slightly askew. "Mark, let's cut the bullshit. Elena says you're friends, but I know you've been sniffing around my business." His voice was low, accusatory, veins bulging in his neck. My heart hammered, but I feigned innocence, stirring my coffee slowly, the spoon clinking against porcelain. "What are you talking about? I'm just looking out for her." He leaned in, breath hot with coffee and rage. "Stay out of it, or you'll regret it." The threat hung heavy, heightening the suspense, my mind racing with countermeasures. That encounter ignited a fiercer resolve. I delved deeper, hacking into public records, not unlawfully but cleverly using connections from my IT job. The thrill was intoxicating, guilt momentarily silenced by the rush. I uncovered more. Alex's gambling debts, hidden from Elena, a vulnerability ripe for exploitation. Planning consumed me, sketches on napkins, timelines in my notes app, the phone's screen casting blue light on my determined face. Elena sensed the shift, her texts growing frantic. "Can we talk? Things are weird with Alex." We met at our old spot, a quiet diner, booths worn from years of confessions, the jukebox playing faded hits. She looked weary, dark circles under her eyes, hair pulled back haphazardly. "He's paranoid, accusing me of things. I don't know what's going on." Her vulnerability stirred old heartbreak, a pang of guilt piercing my armor. For a moment I wavered, should I confess, end this? But resentment resurfaced, memories of her betrayal flashing like lightning. "Maybe he's got secrets," I suggested softly, planting the seed. Her eyes widened, doubt flickering. The dialogue dripped tension, every word a step closer to unraveling. As weeks blurred, suspense built like a gathering storm. I orchestrated anonymous emails to Elena, linking to articles about Alex's past, disguised as concerned friends. She confronted him. I knew from her tearful call that night, her voice breaking over the line amid thunder rumbling outside. "You were right, Mark. He's been lying." Triumph surged, but so did obsession's cost. Isolation, paranoia shadowing my days. Moral conflict peeked in the mirror, My reflection a stranger, cold, unyielding. The climax approached at a confrontation I engineered. I invited them both to clear the air, at a secluded cabin upstate, a place Elena and I once escaped to, now tainted. The drive there was tense, rain sluicing down the windshield, wipers thumping rhythmically. They arrived together, but fractures showed. Alex's scowl, Elena's hesitant steps on the gravel path, the air thick with pine and impending doom. Inside, fire crackling in the hearth, shadows dancing on log walls, I poured drinks. Whiskey, amber liquid swirling in glasses. "Let's talk," I said, voice steady despite the fury coiling inside. Alex exploded first. "You son of a bitch, I know it's you stirring shit." Elena gasped, eyes darting between us. Dialogue erupted, natural and raw. Accusations flying, secrets spilling. "Mark, what did you do?" she whispered, betrayal in her gaze. Ironic, delicious. I revealed it all, calmly, the evidence on my phone. Debts, lies, the embezzlement proof. "He was never good for you," I said, suppressed rage finally surfacing, my voice trembling. Alex lunged, but I was ready, dodging as furniture crashed, the room erupting in chaos. Elena screamed, the sound piercing like shattered glass. In the scuffle, truths emerged. Her own doubts, his manipulations. But the twist hit like a thunderclap. Elena confessed, tears streaming. "I never stopped loving you, Mark. Alex was a mistake, but you. This revenge. It's destroyed us all." Her words stunned me, guilt crashing in waves. Had my obsession blinded me to her remorse? In the aftermath, as police sirens wailed in the distance, called by a neighbor hearing the fight, poetic justice twisted unexpectedly. Alex fled. His empire crumbling from the exposure I'd unleashed. Elena left me for good, her final words haunting. "We could have been friends, but you chose hate." I stood alone in the cabin, rain pounding the roof, the fire dying to embers. Revenge tasted bitter, psychological impact profound. I'd won, but lost myself in the gray moral abyss. Heartbreak lingered, but with it, a cold lesson. Betrayal begets cycles, and resolve can fracture the soul. As dawn broke, pale light filtering through windows, I wondered if the pursuit was worth the ruin.